a stone. I sterilize a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat. I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world. All of it foul. He will be mine in round 9, and if he makes me sore, I'll cut it to 4. Thank you very much. If that don't do, we'll get him in 2. If he runs, we'll get him in 1. And in your heart, you know I'm right.
Well, my resolutions are to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. That's nothing new to my man.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago. Ain't he ugly? He's too ugly to be a world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
Kill him in the first round. Second round, distance, less than 4.
Will be all mine in round 9. He must fall in line. Listen to fall.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Inner City Wake Up Call. I'm your host, Daoud Elamine, coming to y'all in the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina, 365 days a year. This is your Inner City Wake Up Call. Good morning. This is Freedom Fridays. Fridays is the day of prayer for the Muslim community. We call it Jummah. I call the show Freedom Fridays because it's freedom. I mean, you're going to the weekend. You're off that job. For many of you, or many of us, we get to go on another job. That's the world we work in. But the weekends have already been considered our time to get free, to relax. So we call this Freedom Fridays going into. I want to say a special prayer out this morning. I haven't talked to my good brother this morning. I'll probably talk to him a little bit soon I get off the show. Frankie Roberts. For you all that don't know, his mother, The Rock, Miss Beulah, has been going through a time for about a week. She's been in the hospital now for a week. She's hemorrhaging blood on her brain, and she can still hear you, but it said she's not conscious, cannot respond back. For you all that know Miss Beulah, for the members of Seventh-day Adventist Church, Ephesus, which I've known many of them, Mr. Sparks, Mr. Bryant, and the pastors and families there for years. Miss Beulah's been a rock. I'm going to tell you one thing about Miss Beulah. The interesting experience I had with Miss Beulah was about last summer. I was out doing my tent for no covers, and I had my pictures out. And Miss Beulah has always had a habit of every year. She's always had this habit. No matter where I was, Miss Beulah would bring me a flyer. Now, I'm Muslim, and Miss Beulah knew I was Muslim. But the faith of this woman, I don't care where I was at, every time she saw me, she had to hand me a handbill of her faith. And I always treasured that with Miss Beulah. So I'm out in the tent one day, and Mr. Roberts pulls, probably 6 months ago, Mr. Roberts pulls up, and I said, Miss Roberts, you didn't bring me no literature. And she looked, and she was trying to understand what I was saying. And Frank said, the pamphlet, Mama, the pamphlet. You always bring him the literature. I said, you didn't bring me no literature this time. So Miss Roberts stopped, and Frankie peeled. They went on and took it back home. About 3 weeks later, I'm up under my tent. And she's back in town again, and here come the car pulls up. And she takes me over to the car, and she brings me my literature. She hadn't forgot to bring me my literature. So prayers out to the Roberts family this morning, prayers out to my brother, prayers out to Miss Beulah, because she's just a testimony of faith, and a testimony that we should have. You know, this is Freedom Friday. We should be about what we are. Be about it, man. That's what kills me. Be about it. I'm making a statement today that's gonna piss a lot of people off. I posted Happy Easter. I know it's a boycott, but I'm not boycotting, and I'm gonna tell you why today. I'm not boycotting the holidays. I'm not boycotting anybody's holiday anymore. I did it through the Christmas holiday, but I'm no covers now. I'm free. I'm free from somebody else's agenda. I'm not boycotting somebody else's holiday because I don't want them boycotting mine. My religion that I practice, and y'all, you Muslims hearing me this morning, I hope you are. My faith that I practice is not perfect. It has flaws in it. From Adam to Muhammad, I can find flaws if that's what I'm looking for. See, the devil is creative. He challenged God and he said, I would be right beside him. His left, the right, the front, and the back. So his challenge with God was real. And God said, hey, devil, I'm going to give you time. So in him giving him time, that means that God is allowing devil to cause some flaws. The problem is, are you going to let the flaws outweigh the right? And when you begin to point out the flaws instead of pointing out the right, you got one flaw and 9 rights. So you're looking at your hand. Look at your hand right now. I got mine up. Look, hold yours up. You got one flaw, that index finger. It's a flaw. But you got 9 other fingers there that's right. You mean to tell me that you're going to get rid of all 9 for the flaw and you're going to walk, you'd rather have that one index finger the rest of your life. Kill the other 9. You just want to get that one. No, you much rather lose the 1 and take the 9. So I'm not touching nobody's Easter. I'm sorry. Because my mother and father celebrate the Passover, the memorial service of the Christ during this time period. My Hebrew brothers and sisters celebrate the Passover, the memorial, the Christ's death during this time period. His ascension, that is a tenet of the religion faith. You may disagree with it all day, but his ascension to the Christ, to sit on the right hand of his Father, that is a tenet. That is no different than our ascension of Muhammad to Jerusalem. I'm not going to touch Easter. Yes, I know about the bunny. Yes, I know about that story. I know about that. I know about everything that's been infiltrated in. I will boycott that. I will boycott the commercialization of any holiday. And if we start doing it in Ramadan where gifts become more important than the fast, I will boycott the gifts. I will boycott the fast. No, never. I won't boycott the fast because the fast is what makes me disciplined. The fast is the spiritual essence is what makes me whole. The scripture is what makes me pure. I wrote the other day. Lyrics keep me alive, but the word keeps me whole. The word keeps me pure. Be it Bible, be it Quran, be it the Torah, it makes no difference. Me, a child of God, when I hear the word, I can hear it. And it takes me from that which the devil has waiting for me to do. So no covers will never participate in any boycott ever again of someone else's spiritual holiday. I will boycott the commercialization of any holiday. But I won't go out here and say no to Easter. Don't support Easter. I'll say don't support spending your money. You don't have to buy a new suit. You can go to church with a new one on. And I'm positive that's what's being said. I hope that's what's being said. I hope we're wild enough to say that. But when we do it so open and we do it so global, when we get so nasty with it, that you boycotting somebody's holiday nasty, you calling them all kind of names, they stupid, they don't, come on, man. These are our brothers and sisters. These are children of God. They're striving to be children of God, to walk a line in a correct manner. You can't be so narrow-minded, so ignorant ourselves that we're condemning a whole faith. You're not going to condemn my daddy. You're not going to condemn my mother and father. And I'm not going to let you condemn Miss Bueller. Not on my watch. Not on this day. Not on any day. So I say to the Christians, hey, happy Easter, happy Good Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful time. I might try to make it to one of the services on Sunday at one of my churches of choice that I choose to go to. Because by the grace of God, No Covers is now free. And I'm free to say this to you without any restrictions being placed on me where I can come and go. because people won't like it because I said it. And you a Muslim and you supposed to stand with the Muslims. I stand with Muhammad. I stand with the Muslims. I'm a student of the Quran. I'm a child of Allah. And to be real, I'm a student of Malcolm. I stand with the messenger. And I stand with Farrakhan too. But I'm smart enough. Because Minister Farrakhan even told me one day, he said, I didn't never tell you to follow me. Yeah, your little brother, no cover. I'm sitting on his couch in his home. I was one of his ministers then, one of his finest ministers, I will say, in this city. And nobody never take that away from Daoud. I was one of the best. When I walked with Farrakhan, we had a school. We had a restaurant. We had a car wash. We had a printing company. We walked those children to school every day. Because my son was over there at Ephesus Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I saw what they did, and I said, I cannot criticize them, and we need to do the same. So we pulled our children out and started our own school. Yes, we did in this city. The Nation of Islam, Muhammad's Academy. Yes, I was one of his best, but I sat on his couch one day, and he told me, he said, I never told you to follow me, brother. I told you to follow him. The him. And you can spell it H-I-M, you can spell it H-E-M, but it's still him. He told me to follow him, the one that he followed, the guy that he followed. And I'm sure after everything he's been through, after watching him all these years, I am most positive ever than in my life that he follows the Lord of all the systems of knowledge. Oh, that's my way of saying it now, if you don't mind. Yes, he follows that Lord, that God, of all systems of knowledge, including the one who's allowing Easter. So to my good brothers and sisters from the Hebrew faith, from the Christian faith, happy Easter this weekend. Have a blessed and happy day. And hopefully I can find somewhere to worship with you all this weekend and enjoy the service. And once again, prayers out to my brother, my good brother Frankie and his family. May God's speed be with them. And all the Ephesus family that I love so much. And you all do what we do best. In trials and difficulties, we straddle up, we mount up, and we keep running. We keep running, and we keep running. Peace and blessings. It's your brother No Covers. I love you all.